All right, the video for the watch list for July 15th, which will be Friday. Another narrow range on the SPY after gapping up, but looks like another all-time high close. And let's go into the list real quick. I'm not in love with this list, but you know, as the day unfolds, scanners find stuff. We'll find gappers in the morning. So this is what I've got for the overnight list. So JUNO gapped up 2 days ago, sold off. Sold off again today. Almost have a gap fill. So this is a decent candidate for a turn back up. Remember, guys, when you watch these videos, I'm a day trader, so I'm looking for things that can give me a trade tomorrow. I'm in cash every night. Don't hold anything overnight. So keep that in mind. I don't look at this chart and think, oh my God, this looks incredibly bullish as an investment. All right, I'm looking for a trade tomorrow. So SPU, now this one is certainly extended. It gave back some of this huge pop on an intraday basis, but as you've seen in my videos, anytime I have a big move like this, I mean, look at the range here. It went from $3 to $5.78, so almost doubled intraday before giving back some of it. Whenever I see that, it goes on my watch list, and it'll be on the watch list for a week. All right? I don't know that I'll get a trade in it tomorrow, but I'll be watching it for all next week too, okay, for a secondary play. OPTT, same thing. It's extended, but we caught an amazing trade in this one today. I called it right as it started to come back up here at 377 right there, and look what happens. It went to how high did it go? 563, and the risk was about 20 cents a share. It did give some back there at the end of the day, but again, this one should be on your watch list for the next week. If you're a day trader like I am and you want to find opportunities where you can make 5, 10, 15, 20, 30% in 15 minutes if you get a proper setup, right? You got to keep these kind of stocks on your charts. You don't have to enter them unless and until they give you a low risk setup, and so that's kind of my method. All right, that's OPTT, BCLI, and the reason I said a little bit ago that I'm not in love with this list is because my list is almost all stocks that have made huge moves today. Generally, I'll have one that's pulled back for a couple days after a huge move. I just couldn't find anything that I was in love with those. So these are more stocks that I'm going to be watching over the next week. And I'm hoping to catch a gapper tomorrow. So anyway, same thing with BCLI. I don't want to chase it, but maybe we get a gap down in a red to green or something like that. DRWI, really kind of a nice pop today out of just a falling wedge, or I don't know what you want to call it. You could almost call this like a 3-month flag after this big move. It never did round trip, but it did come down pretty far. This is a lower float stock, so it can move. And this one, to me, feels a little less extended than the others, so we'll keep an eye on that one for maybe a red to green, something like that. ACST, again, nice volume, but even this big volume spike here still didn't hit 1 million shares, so that'll show you how thinly traded this thing is. Another thing I look for when I look at a chart that I'm considering, trading on a lower price, lower float stock, is has it made any big moves in the past? And you look back here in December from $1.77 to $3.20. So right, almost a double that day, and it's really consolidating. So it's trying to break out of a long period of consolidation and nice volume today. So be looking for a follow-through day in that one. And lastly, OMEX, nice little breakout. And again, this spike here was only 158,000 shares. So you want to be careful trading these things that are this thin. And I doubt this will give me a setup, but we'll see, right? All right. In addition to that, we'll work together as a team as we always do. Just the best group of members on the planet in that chat room. I mean, they're just amazing. The number of people that spotted setups, even in OPTT, we went back and looked, and I don't know, 5 or 6 people were on OPTT earlier in the day before I even caught the idea that I just showed you. So the teamwork in there, you just never see anything like it. So proud of them. And then we'll be doing that. We'll be doing the teamwork thing in the morning, right? We'll be working together before the bell, trying to identify nice little gappers for potential trades as well. So that's it. I'm hoping to catch a good gapper tomorrow, or I'm hoping one of these gives me a nice low risk setup. All right. So it's been a good week, and we'll hope to keep it going starting tomorrow. All right. Have a good night.